Last year, I lost 30 pounds in 3 months by making one change. Not only did I lose weight, I decreased my levels of anxiety, got better sleep at night, and had more energy than ever before. What's my secret? There is no secret. As a matter of fact, you have access to this hidden treasure of knowledge in your very own copy of the Doctrine and Covenants. The Lord's Code of Health, which He has adapted to the capacity of the weakest of all saints. And believe me, when it comes to eating healthy, I am certainly the weakest. This word of wisdom explicitly invites you and I to eat meat sparingly. Not surprisingly, the research from both the environmental and nutritional science fields totally back the Lord up on this important claim. Indeed, choosing to eat meat sparingly will make the planet better, your body fitter, and bring God closer. How can eating meat sparingly make the planet better? Consider this modern-day irony. Over 1/4 of all the Earth's clean and usable water sources goes towards livestock that you and I consume in our meat products every single day. While, on the other hand, over 3.4 million people, roughly the size of Los Angeles, die every single year from a lack of access to clean and usable water. Could it be that the Whopper you snarfed down for lunch today is keeping a young girl in Brazil from a glass of life-sustaining water? A recent UN report warned livestock are one of the most significant contributors to the Earth's most serious environmental problems. Urgent action is required if the situation is to be remedied. Clearly, supporting a culture of heavy meat consumption is one of the worst things you can do for our planet. Well, how can eating meat sparingly make your body fitter? The science is tremendously clear between the link of heavy meat consumption, particularly of red and processed meat, and conditions such as stroke, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain kinds of cancers, obesity, and early death. This sounds to me like the consequences of an illicit drug, not the harmless hot dog BYUSA might hand out to you next week for finals. Whether you're young or old, the research is incredibly clear that limiting your meat intake now will bless your physical health, both in the present and in the future. Well, how can eating meat sparingly bring God closer? Consider the words of your Creator. Yea, flesh of beasts and fowls of the air, I, the Lord your God, have ordained for the use of man, with thanksgiving. Nevertheless, they are to be used sparingly. Now, certainly sparingly doesn't mean never, right? But does it mean every day? Every lunch here on campus? Every ward activity? We could debate endlessly exactly what eating meat sparingly means. But I wager it's probably less than what you're currently consuming. What matters the most to me is that this is a principle with a promise from a loving Creator given to you and I for a reason. And we know from the Scriptures that every blessing we have is based upon obedience to the commandments that God gives us. Growing up, I was a devout carnivore. I loved meat so much that for my birthday, I received a special gift, a stack of steaks wrapped up in birthday paper from my mother. Kind of creepy, but it's true. I realized now my extraordinary love of meat was leading me on a crash course to either heart disease or any number of those harmful consequences. A desire to draw closer to the Lord and better keep His commandments brought within me a realization of incredible worth and blessings in keeping this unique commandment from the Lord. Indeed, His promises are real for everyone. Yea, all those who remember to keep and do these sayings, walking in obedience to the commandments, shall find wisdom and great treasures of knowledge, even hidden treasures, shall run and not be weary, and walk and not faint. I have found that these blessings have been tremendous in my life, both for my physical and spiritual health. They're there for you and anyone willing to claim them. Choose to eat meat sparingly by having at least 2 meatless days a week. A meatless Monday and a salad Sunday will make the planet better, make your body fitter, and bring God closer. And that's a promise.